Do you want to know how you potentially can find remote jobs that pay more than $100,000 per year on Monster Jobs and if it's really worth it? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael and I've tested hundreds of different ways to make money online, and many viewers have recently asked me about this platform. So I decided to take a closer look, and in this Monster Jobs review I will explain exactly how it works, show both the pros and the cons so you can find out if this is the right opportunity for you or not. So let's start by going over who can join Monster Jobs. But first I just want to remind you that I just recently launched a Telegram channel also, so you can join that and get daily free small tips and tricks about ways to earn online. So I'll also leave a link to that below. But for now here, let's continue focusing on Monster Jobs, and you can see on the website which countries it's available in. It has specific platforms in different languages in different countries. You can see here, for example, some countries it offers in several languages, and currently, as of recording this video, these are the countries you can join from. So if you do not live in one of these, well, then you need to use other ways to earn online. Luckily, I have plenty of different information here on my channel and on my website about places also, or methods in other countries. But anyways, let's focus here now on how you can use Monster Jobs here. You can use the website, or you can also download it. It has an app, you see, both for Android devices and for iOS devices. But let's now dive deeper into how you can potentially find remote jobs here. So if you want to find a remote job on Monster Jobs, you can search without signing up. But if you want to get access to the most opportunities and make it easy for you, you do need to create an account. And it is free to create an account, and you actually do not have to pay anything in general on Monster Jobs. But you do need to take a bit of time to actually upload your resume or create your resume or your profile when you actually sign up. So that's just something to keep in mind. But if you already have a resume ready, then it won't take long to get started, and you just basically sign up and follow the steps, upload your resume, and then you are ready to go. How you would then find the jobs is that you would of course choose the platform in your language, in your country. You would go and then search for jobs. You can search for specific keywords, companies, whatever. You can also search remote there. You can click, you see there's also some popular searches here. You can, for example, work from home there, or you can just search and basically search for remote jobs. The thing is that you just need to double check, for example, with the filter. You see here, it actually didn't just search for remote jobs. So I would just choose here, for example, remote jobs only. You can also find other jobs, but because I'm focused on, in general, earning online, flexible ways to earn, then I would choose here remote jobs only. If you're interested in jobs or things like that in your local area, you can also do that. You can see, you can also search here for part-time, full-time, contract, internship, temporary. But from what I've been able to find out, most of it is like full-time or part-time, but there are also sometimes also other options like smaller temporary tasks. But you can go here, click that. It will in most cases look a little bit different depending on the country. The platform in each country looks a little bit different, but all of them do have this option where you can actually choose that you only want to see remote jobs. So that's just something to keep in mind. If it doesn't look exactly like this, no, don't panic. It's just because it's a slightly different design. So you just find that option where you just say you just want to look for remote jobs, and then you can view the results. And then you can basically just go through here, and you see some of them pay more than $100,000 per year. Some pay, you see this one, for example, $20 per hour there. Here $40 per hour, fully remote, right? Here also $55 per hour. So some of the jobs here, another one more than $100,000 actually per year. So of course the ones where you get the high salary, and some I've seen pay a lot more, well, of course they also require very specific skills or experience. That's how it is. A platform like this, you are actually applying for a job. You can see here, for example, paid product tester. That's a little bit more like a smaller task. I also do have other videos and information about that. Also, you can find on my channel if it's small tasks like that you're interested in. But in general, it is mostly these specific jobs where you actually apply. You go through the whole process of applying for a real job there. So how you would do it is you would just find one that sounds relevant for you, and then you just need to click it to read the full details. And just to make it clear that I cannot guarantee these exact jobs are available when you go look, because of course that changes all the time. That's how it is with a job board platform, which Monster Jobs actually is. But you can just go here, you can read through exactly what they offer, what you would have to do, what your qualifications need to be, and all these things here. yeah, again, you see the salary, all those things, and then you can apply. There are a couple of different ways you can see. Some of them have this quick apply, and then you have apply. And quick apply is usually where you then can use your profile here on Monster Jobs to actually apply for that job. So it's everything has been uploaded. The ones that just say apply, they open up a new screen. So it's basically just a link to the actual job post where you then just need to follow the instructions there about how to apply for that specific job. So that's just one thing to be aware of. So if you don't want to use this quick apply, but just the ones that say apply, you don't actually need an account as such on Monster Jobs. You can just go here and find it, and you just need to then follow the instructions there. But there is one thing I just want to mention that is very important to be a little bit careful of when you use job boards here like Monster Jobs. So one thing to be aware of is that Monster Jobs is completely free if you want to look for jobs, but the companies that post a job post, so they have to pay for that. So that's of course great. It's just like a job board, but what you have to be aware of that basically all job boards that works that way is that you have to be careful, because sometimes fraudulent job scams can be published here because they do not always catch that if there is something like that. So be very careful. Of course, from what I've seen, there's a lot of legit jobs, really, they look professional, all that. So, it's not something you have to be super scared about, but in general, just be aware when you look on job boards online, because sometimes there are people that are then willing to pay for a job post here and then let it slip through. And then when you contact them and finds out, something sounds strange, especially if they start trying to take the communication to some kind of like strange platform or start charging you, especially if they say like, oh, for the interview we just need to charge you this, or for you to start the job you just need to pay that. That's a clear big red flag. So that's just a general warning when it comes to job boards, that be critical. If something sounds strange, just be careful. Do not start paying them, something like that. Here, legit jobs, it's like regular job post. You go, you apply, you have to go through the whole process of applying, and there's interviews, all that. So it's not easy to get jobs here, but if you do find some opportunities that you qualify for, then you can end up earning a quite good salary from basically anywhere you want to sit and work, because they do offer quite a decent number of remote jobs. So to sum it all up, Monster Jobs can be a decent platform to find remote jobs if you live in one of the countries where it is available. It has jobs also you can find in your local area, but in general, personally, I just prefer remote jobs. And this can definitely give you some opportunities. Just be aware that there can be sometimes some fraudulent jobs there, so just be a little bit careful about that. However, if what you're looking for is true flexibility, meaning that you can work completely on your own terms, because here you will still get hired, you still have to sit certain hours, you still have to do what someone else says. So if what you're looking for is a remote job or flexible online income where you can work completely on your own terms, well, then something like this is not for you. Then you would need to create, for example, your own online business. And I have done that myself, and I can say that gives really a great freedom that I personally love. It all depends on your personal preferences. That does take time, it does take effort before you start earning, but once you get it going, it really allows you to work truly on your own terms. So if you want to know more about that, then I'll leave a link below so you can see the exact steps that I've taken to achieve that. But also, if you just prefer reading and want to know more about Monster Jobs, then I also do have a written review of that, so I'll also leave a link to that below. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you, and if it did, make sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.